Hi guys, this is Connie, and this is Connie Reads Lawn Boy. Try to get this book finished before the baby wakes up. We are on chapter 10, titled Force of Arms and Its Application to Business. Pasquale, Joseph, and I jammed into Pasquale's truck. Arnold had said he would follow in his car, but Joseph said, "You don't need to come. I'm sure it will be all right." I sat in the middle of the front seat, and Joseph sat on the right. Pasquale hadn't seen Joseph before, but seemed to accept that he would be coming with us. He looked at Joseph once, briefly, when Joseph squeezed into the cab of the truck, and the whole truck leaned so I thought it would trip over. But then we were on our way. The house where Pasquale's relatives lived was more or less a big box, with a good yard because they worked on it when they had time off. There were 4 trucks parked in front under the huge elm trees that stood along the street. The first 3 trucks I recognized. The 4th one was a red pickup angled into the curb, not parked parallel like the others. A man was sitting behind the wheel with the driver's side window open, and 2 men were leaning against the end of his truck. One of them was pretending to clean his fingernails with a knife. Several of Pasquale's family members were standing around by the door of the house. They seemed a little afraid, maybe, but mostly confused. "The one in the truck is Rock," Pasquale said, stopping. Joseph opened the door and slid out. The truck rose visibly when his weight was gone. He shrugged as if to loosen his shoulders, strode up to the driver's side of the red truck, reached in and grabbed Rock by the neck, and pulled him out through the window. Then, holding Rock by the neck and crotch, Joseph power drove him through the window into the truck head first. This happened fast. The man with the knife was still cleaning his fingernails when Joseph moved around the front of the truck, grabbed the arm with the knife, and shook the guy like a dog shaking a snake. The knife flew through the air, and Joseph picked this man up by the neck and the crotch and threw him into the 3rd man, knocking him sprawling. When Joseph picked them up one at a time and speared one into the passenger side through the window and the other into the back of the truck, he went back to the driver's side and stood over Rock, who had tried to scramble around but still had one leg hanging out the window. "Don't hurt the boy who's my sponsor," Joseph rumbled, "or any of these people who work with him. If you do, I'll know and I'll come and pinch your head. Do you understand?" "You're crazy," Rock said. "All that matters is that you do not hurt my sponsor or any of the people who work with him, and you do not ask them for money. If you do, I'll know and come and pinch your head. Do you understand?" Yeah, but this isn't over." "That doesn't matter. Only what I said matters. Start your engine and drive away." Rock scrambled to get the key turned in the ignition, slapped the shift lever down, and tore away with one leg still sticking out the window, and the other 2 men with their legs hanging out the passenger side and the back of the truck. Pasquale's relations started a slow applause and soft whistles as Joseph came back to our truck. It had happened so fast that Pasquale and I hadn't had time to get out. Joseph moved his bulk back into the seat, and the springs creaked as he sat down. "Maybe," I said slowly, "we should have talked to them first, before you... just maybe we should have talked." "We did talk," Joseph said. "Before we came, they talked and asked for money. Then, after I put them in the truck, I talked. Then they drove away. That's the best way. First talk, then handle the problem, then watch them go away." "I'll remember that," I said. Joseph nodded. "Some things are hard to remember, but this one is easy." I nodded. "Still, maybe next time, if there is a next time, we could talk a little longer first." "Maybe," he sighed. "Maybe not. Each time is different." Pasquale drove off, but I saw that he was looking at Joseph out of the corner of his eye, and he said something under his breath. "What?" I asked. He's a force of nature." It was something. A big storm sweeping down to clean all things away. "I think it was more like an earthquake," I trailed off thinking. "Joseph, do you have a boxing name, like a catchy title?" My name is Joseph Powdermilk, so I use that when I box. I think we need something a little more with a little more excitement to it. How about if we call you Earthquake? Earthquake? Right. We'll call you Earthquake Powdermilk the next time you box. How does that sound? It sounds like it's not my name. Oh, well, okay, sure. Wait. I jumped back from the percussion of his bellow. Joey Pow, he said. Pardon me? Joey Pow, he said. It's catchy and it's my name. Joey Pow. I looked over at Pasquale, who was smiling at Joey. I like it. And just like that, I was the sponsor of a boxer. I had security for the business, and my fighter had a cool nickname. I love it when things work out like that. Oh my goodness. And that's the end of chapter 10. Be careful with that and enjoy, please and thank you, and I will see you for the next installment. Have a good one. Bye.